What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew. This is Ball Hawk, Fatima of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all for joining me here tonight. Hey, Lions Talk Live, it's Saturday night. It's just before 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Not going to make this a long video, but I did want to get it out there to you guys because we've been talking about it for, I guess, about a week or two, maybe, or something like that, since Thanksgiving Day. Most of us were probably aware, or at least within a few days later. I played a few videos of it on the channel about the day after the Thanksgiving Day matchup with the Chicago Bears. Detroit Lions receiver, and maybe you can even say star receiver at this point, Jameson Williams, goes to the sideline on a 3-yard out route, and then he is tripped while not initially caught by the officials in the NFL. It was caught later on upon further review when we all got to see it. I think a lot of us didn't even catch it live, and we talked about how the CBS broadcasters didn't mention it. They didn't show it on replays, even though you can see quite clearly this CBS sound crew and film crew are right there within feet of it happening. What am I talking about if you don't already know? Tyreek Stevenson trips Jameson Williams as he goes to the sideline, trips and falls. It appears that he spits at him or shoots a snot rocket at him, I guess is probably the more correct term. We all probably talked about it for a few days and then wondered why Jameson Williams initially, as the game was happening, flipped the ball at him. Now you all know. And thankfully, once upon further review, once they got through the holidays and stuff like that, the NFL did drop a fine on Tyreek Stevenson. It was only $20,000, which, to be honest, if I'm the NFL, I'm probably hitting them harder than that because you want to make sure you establish to everybody in the NFL, if you're on that sideline and you are not a part of the play, players coming off the field because they're running out of bounds, whatever, are no-fly zone. $20,000 to me is kind of an insult to everybody who goes over there because if I'm making $15 million a year, $10 million a year, I want to get a hit on some guy. Am I really worried about $20,000? I'm going to guess probably not. The NFL did at least give something, and it's better than nothing. Jameson Williams, by the way, was not fined for flipping the ball at him. I think the NFL got it at that point, why he did it, why he responded that way. And I'm sure Dan Campbell, the Detroit Lions organization, probably felt a lot better about it once they saw the full details of what transpired. Being that as it may, Jameson Williams does need to learn that, you can't do that. You can't respond. You can't cost your team yardage like that. The NFL, I would say, also needs to talk to its officials. If you watch the replay, and I don't have it anymore, I deleted it. It's been a week or so I didn't want to keep it on my hardware. But if you do watch it all happen, you can tell that there's an official right there on the sideline. Why he didn't catch it, man, that's a great question to probably everybody. And the other part is I would say there should have been multiple officials that should have caught it. Why? Jameson Williams has the ball. He's going to the sideline. There should be at least 2 or 3 officials with eyes on it. Maybe it happened so bang that they couldn't catch it, and I totally get that. Things happen sometimes. Not everything's going to be caught by officials, and they are human too. But I'm glad the NFL did step up here. Again, $20,000. It's probably not what I think is justifiable, given you are now kind of condoning that effort. Or if somebody comes to the sideline, I'm going to trip you, shoot a snot rocket at you, or whatever you want to say. Where if me, I probably would have looked at a suspension, 1 to 3 games, fine them those paychecks, and then on top of that, a little bit of pay hit too, just because I want to make sure anybody comes to that sideline, no player out there is ever going to remotely think about doing something like that. Jameson Williams goes to those sidelines and he does trip and fall. If he lands on something that happens to, I don't know, bust up his knee or cut his leg or, just something, obviously that's an extreme circumstance, but you know what? It does happen over there. There are sharp metal objects. There are bleachers. There are seats. If he falls onto something and an accident happens because somebody who's not even in the field of play trips him and propels him into that, let's just say it's not going to go well for anybody. So I would say the NFL should have stepped up here. Maybe they still will do something in the future, but they should have stepped up, in my opinion, and hit him with a harsher penalty. All right, real quick, I'll get to you guys, and I got to get out of here because it is movie day here at the Dew household. Clark, about time they did. I agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we were all wondering if they were. Probably a lot of people are starting to worry that the NFL wasn't going to do anything. But obviously now they did, even though I think it's, really just a slap on the hand. It's nothing big, 20 grand to most NFL players. Jess Packers guy next, maybe. I'm sure most of you guys saw the video of, and again, I don't remember the Packers tight end name, but he had all those comments about Kirby Joseph of the Detroit Lions throughout the week. And then, obviously both guys are leaving the field on Thursday night, just happened to be going up the tunnel at the same time. Kirby Joseph, probably kept his trash talking till after the game. Maybe just said, hey, there he is. He's right next to me. You want to talk some trash? You want to talk some smack? Whatever it is, you know what? Probably not a good moment to be going up that tunnel right there. Whether or not anything egregious happened that I don't know, but you could see both guys were very expressive, I guess would be a good way to put it. Kirby Joseph coming off of the victory, probably a little bit more expressive. Jess should be, 100%. Marcus first. Hey, you're up there. Pierce, every time I see a non-morning video, I assume it's a new injury now. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, no injuries. I think it's good news for the Detroit Lions. Jameson Williams probably feels a little bit better. Again, though, Pierce, I think they should have hit him with a bigger bang on it as far as the dollar amount. And yeah, I would have suspended him if I would have been in charge of the league for a game or two, because again, I want to establish you can't do that kind of stuff. All right, Michael, woo, I'll go with that. Woo. Yeah, my voice is still healing, so doing the best I can with the woos. Dennis, hey, Dan and Duke Crew, back at you. Arrogancy, just got the alert while out at a bar and had to see who they got. They didn't get anybody, man. They didn't get anybody. They fined Tyreek Stevenson of the Chicago Bears. So sorry about that, man. Let's see, Rob, greetings, salutations, Coach Dan and Duke Crew. The Lions are the grooviest, Daddy-O. I agree with that, 100%. Marcus, I knew it. Yeah, I think most of us suspected it was going to happen where the NFL would fine them. Again, I just think they should have done more with it. Let's see, Rob, fined $20K. Yeah, and not that $20K is nothing. I'm just saying for an NFL player and what you potentially could have happened, go wrong with that, I would have dropped the hammer a whole lot more. Dale, about time. Good evening, Dan the man. Back at you, my friend. Hope it's a great day. Vern, great game. Now Lions get some rest, 100%. Hey, everybody, watch those that Philly game and that Minnesota game tomorrow. And I'm hoping that you guys are all cheering against them come tomorrow. Matthew, woo! I'll go with that. Brent, thanks, Dan, for the update, Coach. Anytime, my friend. Matthew, hey, Coach, do you think Hutch will play in the NFC title game? I think based on all the information that's out there, as far as his recovery process, where he's at with things, I think, Matthew, there's a strong possibility that is an option for Aiden Hutchinson. Let's see, Mike, 505, 20,000, that's a joke. Yeah, that's kind of where I was at with it there, Mike. Could have caused a injury, should be a suspension, being he was on the sideline. Yeah, you probably heard me talk about it 100%, man. I think you should have suspended him a game to 3, and then on top of that also fine him. See, Kurt Steele, what up, Duke Crew? What's up with you, my friend? Matthew, Kurt, the man of steel, he is just that. See, David, Detroit number 1, everybody, yeah. Detroit Lions number 1, everybody else is number 2 or below them. Mike, I knew he tripped him. He did, man. And you guys can find the video. I think it's out there enough now. You can find it on Lions Talk Live. You can find it on Boss Up, Ball Out. You can find it if you want to watch it nowadays. It's not as hard to acquire. I'd say a player on the sidelines doing something like that, something could have very easily caused serious injury, should be much more heavily fined by the NFL. I agree. You guys already heard me say what I would do. See, Dennis, what up, though, Kurt? Marcus, Coach, has his voice back. It's getting there, man. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, can't quite go there yet, but I'm getting there, man. Still got the head cold a little bit. Everything's stuffy. Kurt, Dennis, what up? Let's see, just chilling. Marcus, like and subscribe if you would, please. That would be great. Art, what do you got? Finally, JMO gets a break. At least it's something. Yes, 100%. A little bit of justification there. Walter, good they got him and said not enough. Yeah, I would say that. Not enough indeed. See, Mr. Detroit City, USA. I'll go with that. Michael, Hex, yes. Yes, loser, 100%. Dragon fan, Tim, Two numbers, 12-1. I like that, man. I like that. Johnny Mack agreed they should be way bigger. Can't really recall another situation quite like that. Yeah, if something would have happened to Jameson, and thankfully it didn't, I think, man, you would have seen all sorts of stuff in national media. You would have saw, calls for, probably Tyreek Stevenson to be removed from the NFL. You would have seen all sorts of stuff, but thankfully that didn't happen. But at the same time, I think now the NFL, you've got to absorb that. You got to have a firm response, which 20 grand is not a firm response, in my opinion. See, Lauren Justice for JMO, agree with that. You need to get some t-shirts with that. Shake and Bake, what up, Dan and Duke Crew, exclamation point. The Packers fans and media are a bunch of, sorry, I'll go with that, man. They are saying the refs are in the Lions' pockets, laughing out loud, what a joke. One pride, go Lions. Yeah, there was somebody, I want to say in one of the episodes, it was clearly a Packers fan, was bringing that up, and I just, flat out asked him, what about the guy diving on the top of the huddle after the referees blew the whistle? What about Aaron Rodgers getting an extra untimed down on the Hail Mary for a false, face mag? I would just say in the history of this series, you've seen it go both ways a whole lot. How about that? See, the Tabone Lokes late to the party. It happens, man. It happens. Hopefully you're all caught up, my friend. See, Michael D, thanks, Coach. Anytime. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hopefully you guys all have a great day. If there is breaking news, which I would suspect there probably won't be on Saturday night at 7 o'clock, but if there is, I'll get it over to you. Otherwise, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys in the morning show and on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, guys.
Happy trail.